My name is Amy Fisher, and I'm the General Counsel of the Port Authority, and I'm this morning's hearing officer. With me are Commissioner Joe Kelly, to my right, and Commissioner Winston Fisher, to his right. They serve on the Board of Commissioners, which is the agency's governing body. We're holding this hearing for public comment because the Port Authority is considering the proposed capital plan for 2026 to 2035, the proposed 2026 budget, as well as proposed changes in the tolls and fares for the use of our vehicular tunnels and bridges and passenger rail facilities, and changes to the airport ground transportation access fees and the bus terminal fees. We have prepared materials to assist in explaining these proposals, including a written handout which can be found at the entrance to this hearing room. It's really quite nice. You can keep this for all time. And we will also be showing a presentation describing the proposed changes. If there's something in the presentation you would like to hear again, it can also be accessed on the Port Authority's website at panyj.gov/public hearings. The hearing will begin shortly after this presentation.
Founded more than a century ago, the Port Authority's mission is to keep the region moving. With a broad array of assets across the region, from airports to seaports, the PATH train, our bridges and tunnels, and the World Trade Center campus, the Port Authority is committed to keeping the region moving. Today, we'll review the Port Authority's proposed 2026 to 2035 capital plan, which builds on the strong momentum set in the previous capital plan to deliver the next generation of best-in-class infrastructure that will continue to advance the region. The Port Authority is financially self-sustaining. It receives no funding from either state and relies on raising the needed funds to construct, operate, and improve its facilities. The past 5 years have presented unique challenges to the Port Authority's operating environment, including revenue impacts from the COVID-19 pandemic, macroeconomic trends including inflation and tariffs, and rising interest rates. Despite these headwinds, the Port Authority drove the ambitious 2017 to 2025 capital plan forward to deliver transformative infrastructure projects across the region, including delivering key aspects of the transformation of the region's 3 major airports, including best-in-class facilities like the new LaGuardia and a new Terminal A at Newark. Rebuilding of the Goethals Bridge and advancing the $11 billion Midtown bus terminal replacement. Critical projects, including the raising of the Bayonne Bridge to increase the capacity of cargo movement at the seaport. Infrastructure investments and expanded capacity across the PATH system, and revitalization of the World Trade Center complex. It was a decade of achievement, but we're not done yet. The Port Authority has proposed an ambitious $45 billion capital plan that continues this unprecedented rebuilding program while maintaining our world-class standard and creating economic opportunity for the region. The 2026 to 2035 capital plan proposes $20 billion in spending across the airports, including the completion of an unprecedented transformation at JFK, including major terminals and brand new air train cars and stations. At Newark Liberty, completing the replacement of the air train and delivering an all-new Terminal B to bring every aspect of the airport up to the same world-class standard set by the award-winning Terminal A. And at LGA, replacing the 85-year-old Terminal A and vastly improving Q70 LGA Link bus access to the airport. These transformational projects in the proposed 2026 to 2035 capital plan are largely funded by private investments, cost recoveries, lease revenues, and fees, which make up 2/3 of our revenues. To support delivery of these ambitious goals, the capital plan proposes changes to airport access fees for for-hire vehicles and for taxis, which will be aligned with fees at peer airports across the country. The proposed modification would increase access fees for for-hire vehicles from $2.50 for each pickup and drop-off to $5 for each pickup and drop-off, effective March 15, 2026. The proposed modification would also increase airport access fees charged to taxis, which are currently $1.75 per pickup. Pickup fees for taxis would increase by 25 cents on March 15, 2026, with further 25-cent increases for each of the 2 following years. The proposed 2026 to 2035 capital plan would drive completion of an $11 billion best-in-class midtown bus terminal. Completed in 2 phases over the next 10 years, the inspiring, light-filled transit hub of the future will serve the needs of both the commuters and the community. To provide important support for the cost of building, operating, and maintaining this world-class facility, the 2026 to 2035 capital plan proposes updated carrier fees charged to bus companies operating at the Midtown bus terminal. Bus toll structures, which currently group all buses together, would be separated into 3 classes based on vehicle type: minibuses, 2-axle buses, and 3-axle buses. The proposed 2026 to 2035 capital plan would also drive $4.4 billion in state-of-good repair spending to ensure the resiliency of our crossings for another century, including advancing the comprehensive rebuild of the George Washington Bridge, extensive rehabilitations to the Outer Bridge Crossing and Lincoln Tunnel Helix, and planning for the future replacement of these assets in the 2036 to 2045 capital plan period. To support these critical tunnel and bridge investments, the 2026 to 2035 capital plan proposes phasing out the current $2 Easy Pass discount for autos and motorcycles offered during off-peak hours. The phase-out would take place at 50 cents per year, starting in 2027, and last 4 years. The discount program at the Staten Island bridges would remain unchanged. The truck discount at off-peak hours would remain unchanged, and the calculation of the Easy Pass peak rate for autos would remain unchanged. At the PATH commuter rail system, the 2026 to 2035 capital plan proposes more than $2 billion in key investments, including continued restoration of all tracks, installation of state-of-the-art anti-evasion fare gates, and support for major service increases. Under the proposed capital plan, for the first time in 25 years, all 4 PATH lines would operate 7 days a week in 2026 and offer major service increases, a direct response to feedback from the community calling for increased weekend service levels, including late-night service, and increased service during the weekday rush hours. To support these improvements, the 2026 to 2035 capital plan proposes a fare increase of 25 cents beginning in spring 2026, with additional 25-cent increases each January from 2027 through 2029. PATH's operations are unique. The PATH system receives no state or federal funding and subsidizes 75% of each PATH ride. The proposed increase in fares would provide critical funding for the proposed increases to PATH service. The capital plan we have put forward is a transformational, once-in-a-generation proposal. Every dollar in the proposed plan goes back into visible, tangible improvements that make the region and residents' lives better. We have proven, through the completion of the 2017 to 2025 capital plan, that we are capable of delivering major projects for the region. That ambition continues in the proposed 2026 to 2035 capital plan. Completing priority initiatives and advancing a new generation of projects that will modernize, strengthen, and expand the agency's infrastructure around the region. In addition to today's public hearing, there are numerous ways for the public to offer their feedback. Comments will be reviewed by the Port Authority Board of Commissioners prior to a final publication and adoption of the proposed 2026 to 2035 capital plan.
Thank you. We are interested in what you have to say today. Comments today will be limited to 3 minutes per person. The commissioners are here to listen, but there won't be a back and forth conversation today. We have a clock to keep track of things so we know when the 3 minutes elapse, and you'll get a warning when you're getting close to the end of your comment time. If you'd like to provide additional comments after the hearing, as was said in the video, there are a number of ways for you to do that. First, you can go to our website, panyj.gov/public hearings, and make written comments there. You may also mail written comments addressed to Public Hearing Comments, Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, 4 World Trade Center, 23rd floor, New York, New York, 10007. And in addition, you may provide comments regarding these matters at the December 18th, 2025 Board of Commissioners meeting, which will be held here at 2 Montgomery Place, Jersey City, New Jersey, scheduled to begin at about 1 p.m. All public comments made in any form on the matters described above will be transcribed and also summarized by Port Authority staff and retained by the Port Authority for consideration by the full Board of Commissioners. We will now begin the public hearing portion of this meeting, and we'll start with the in-person speaker, followed by the folks on the telephone. The first person is Emery Edwards.
Hello, my name is Emery Edwards. I'm the president and CEO of the Hudson County Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for this opportunity today. On behalf of the Chamber, I would like to support this plan. This capital investment plan touches almost every aspect of regional transportation that flows through near Hudson County, New Jersey. It is really crucial. There are a few aspects of the project, though, I would like to highlight. First of all, rebuilding the Lincoln Tunnel Helix will be really crucial for North Hudson County and the throughput of traffic, which can be challenging at times, and these investments are crucial because, of course, they link to the new bus terminal as well in Midtown. The number of commuters that come from Hudson County through that tunnel to the Port Authority bus terminal is incredible, and investing that is really crucial as well for regional transportation. We hope this is also part of a concerted plan with New Jersey Transit as we look at other regional transportation solutions, especially as many commuters here have to go through Manhattan to get to other parts of New Jersey since intra-New Jersey transportation is limited. Another aspect that we are really delighted by is the increase in Port Authority trains. The PATH service has been really integral to this community. It has been very challenging. I think in some respects, it's been challenging because of the success of Jersey City and Hudson County. This is now a center of tourism. You see a number of people staying in Jersey City, especially, and then going back and forth to Manhattan to visit. And so as we grow as a regional tourism structure and hub, the Port Authority trains have made an incredible impact on our retail business, our hotels, our restaurants, and commuters who need to access these 7 days of the week, especially on weekends, especially when tourists are here. And so splitting the service from Hoboken and Jersey City makes a lot of sense. And going back, looking back 25 years ago when the services were split, makes a very positive impact. We're also delighted for late night service as well because, again, people who are visiting here and people who work odd hours also depend on the service to get through. So thank you for everything. We endorse the plan and are very appreciative for the work that's been done by Chairman O'Toole, the commissioners, and all of the staff.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else in the room who would like to speak? Okay, then we're going to go to the phones. So first, Steve Giordano.
No, I appreciate the participation. I have no comments at this time. Thank you.
Okay. George Fleckenstein.
No comments at this time. We're concerned with the revitalization of the Marine Air Terminal and we will get back to you with those comments.
Great, thank you. Maddie Bucky's Highland.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Fisher, and good good morning, everybody. My name is Matty Bucky's Highland. Yes, I'm a man. I'm also an advocate for people with developmental disabilities, and I do strongly endorse the capital plan that is before you today. Under the leadership, and I do want to thank Rick Cotton for all of his years of service to the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey under the four governors. It is necessary to fund these priorities straight, as it is necessary to keep up with this. Listen, accessibility is a right, and our disabled brothers and sisters will thank you. Before that, I would support anything that's needed, such as a small and predictable fare and toll increase, as it is necessary. Look at these great things that were accomplishment under this one chairman, Mr. Kevin O'Toole. It's such a great thing to do, and these things and such like that. I wish I could comment on the December 18th board meeting, but unfortunately will not be here. So, with that being said, everybody, please, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, and looking forward to a great 2026. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Linda Freer.
Yes, hi, good morning. My name is Linda Frere, and I'm with the Pan Am Museum Foundation. And we have concerns regarding the planned renovation from the ground up, as it was in the press release, related to the Marine Air Terminal, the historic landmarked building that housed Pan Am's original terminal and the first transatlantic terminal that was used in New York. Not knowing or understanding exactly what that entails, and I understand the press release indicated they would preserve the historic landmark rotunda. Beyond that, we are curious and would like to know what other aspects of the building would be eliminated, in quotations. Thank you.
Nina Dreesen. Susan Dennis. Salvatore Brancato.
Let's go back to them.
Okay. Allison McGreever. Christine DeHart.
Go back to Salvatore.
Salvatore Brancato.
No comment at this time, thank you.
Okay. Christine DeHart.
No comment at this time.
Habib Hassan.
No comment at this time.
Fidelia Rosalinda Flores.
Let's come back to them.
Okay. Gino Zalachi.
Let's come back to them.
Okay. Philip Perry.
Let's come back to them.
Ilke Standard. Okay. Ming Yu Liu. Ritika Reicht. And Khan Gazioglu. Okay, I'm going to call the same names again, and then I'll open it up to anybody else who would like to speak. So Fidelia Rosalinda Flores. Gino Zalachi. Philip Perry. Ilke Standard. Mingyu Liu. Ritika Reicht. And Khan Gazioglu. Julia Loria Bloom.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Julia Loria Bloom. I'm the editor of Metropolitan Airport News and the former archivist at the Cradle of Aviation Museum. Thank you for this opportunity to speak today. I know I've written about it quite a bit, and the Port Authority of New York has committed to preserving and maintaining 3 such historic landmarks: the Newark Metropolitan Airport Admin Building, the Marine Air Terminal at LaGuardia, and the Trans-World Airlines State Flight Center at JFK. In 1966, Congress enacted the National Historic Preservation Act that works to save historic buildings, explaining preservation of this irreplaceable heritage is in the public interest so that it's a vital legacy of cultural, educational, aesthetic, inspirational, economic, and energy benefits which will be maintained and enriched for future generations of Americans. I am calling today about my concern about the Marine Air Terminal. It's a very vague description of what's to happen to it, but I do know that on July 9th of 1982, the Marine Air Terminal at LaGuardia obtained National Historic Landmark status on the National Register of Historic Places. Given the commitment that the Port Authority has made, I would like more information on what exactly this replacement is going to be, as it's written in the press release, the replacement of the 85-year-old LaGuardia terminal. So I'm a little vague on what exactly will be modified, and would like to pursue this in the future, get some more information on what's going to happen and how the Port Authority is committed to preserving this and how they will commit to preserving this historic structure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone either in the room or on the phone who would like to speak? Okay, thank you so much all for coming. We've heard you and we appreciate your joining us.